I'm making another video about it's gonna be about witchcraft, about spells, black magic, hexes. This has been going on for way too long. Um, there's been some people that are actually have been involved in this for seeing probably 7, 8, 9 generations. Um, are actually involved in this. Um, and it's actually they're actually been not only hustling people's gifts, but actually ciphering on people's gift, tricking people's gifts. Um, there was a lot of deals made going way back, possibly 9 generations of people's burdens and um, being binded, being bound and binded, being not strong enough to be able to move on and move forward. There has been spells and curses put placed on people to make sure they were in had mental issues, make sure they were mentally fit. Um, there were spells and curses placed on people to make sure that they were stuck in an environment of instability, all for the love of money. There's been a lot of children, too many, that actually had spells placed on them, black magic hexes, to where they actually molest and rape other children. There has been bargains made in the background to where they targeted the smaller children growing up through these generations. It's not only their generations, but it's other people's children that have been around these families, and whoever counterparts and friends and anyone that came in contact. That's why they always say, be careful who you let your children be around, and be careful who you let in your home. Be careful who table you sit at, whose plate you eat from, and what cup you drink from. Whew. Um, this there has been a lot of injustice, a lot of bribes, blackmailing. There has been so many towers, just because they didn't want anybody to be able to celebrate. You know, people were getting paid for people's falling, for people not being able to close out karmic cycles, to not, because if they knew if they did close out karmic cycle, they would live a life of luxury and lavishly, and they would not have anything from it. See, that's what their mind state was. They knew that the karmic cycles is all about moving forward, breaking cycles, breaking away from things that were destroying you, things that breaking away from people that didn't treat you right, that didn't love you, that didn't nurture you, breaking away from anything that involves your downfall. Friends was involved. I mean, so many people was involved. I mean, a lot of children end up in the system, and they were actually a lot of bribes and a lot of money you know, was involved in that also by breaking up families, breaking up children, making sure that spells and everything was casted, making sure the children didn't know where they came from or where they were going. It was a lot of memories being wiped. It was a lot of blockages and obstacles play in play so that they can be placed to where there was nothing but destruction. There was no type of forward movement. It was just a lot of paperwork, a lot of things that were used to destroy love. It's like when there's no love, it's more problems. Means people got to pay more money to fix that problem. So the more people you break, the more pieces you shatter, the more blockages and barriers. That's the more money you get. Especially if the bigger the problem, you have to pay more to even get something in return. Granted, pay to lie to their children's children. And a lot of these people who end up dying and passing away, those were spells, hexes, and curses placed on you when you didn't even know. You were not only ambushed, but you were under some sort of confusion to where it was like a magic that was placed, so all you saw was dollar signs. You knew you was in a situation of struggling, so you knew at the time you needed something to at least come out that struggle, so you have less of struggling, not realizing that other people had sold your soul, actually use your soul, put your soul up on a shopping block, and your children's. Other people was using their children's to not only bully your children, but to molest them, to rape them, to tear them apart. It was different techniques that were used. Teaching other children to not only lie, steal, and destroy, but to bring anguish because they were jealous. You know, it was all types of deals made and deals broken. I was placed in this world to speak the truth. You know, what's done in the dark will come to light, and enough is enough. You involve in people's children, generations, putting people on the chopping block that had nothing to do with this. You were casting not only spells, but you were sending and cloaking yourselves in so many of your ancestors' spirits. You were ciphering so much stuff to make you to where you wouldn't be able to stop. You wanted to be a rotten fruit because you knew that that's how fear is instilled. You knew that that's how you break people when you hate them so much. You took all the dangerous things you can do to somebody, where you could destroy love, destroy stability, destroy hearts, destroy foundations, to break and to blind, to rape, molest, to harm. And then you sent them out in the world. That's why a lot of children out here are so broken. They don't know what love is. They're seen as though they're the problem, they're the issues. But spells was cast. Things were being done to where they couldn't say no. They couldn't speak about it. Spells, hexes, black magic was put in them to cause fear. Make them feel like if they ever spoke up, something would be done to them. How can you even sleep at night? I mean, how can you even manipulate your ancestors' energy to even try to destroy, tarnish the burdens, the pain? You didn't appreciate the pain and the sufferings, but the strength to hold on. You didn't appreciate all the times your ancestors was by you. You didn't appreciate other people's ancestors. You didn't appreciate the life, and you did never appreciate the death. All you were looking for was what? Pentacles? A bunch of pentacles? A bunch of people's cups? Do anything? See, people think that the root of all evil is money. No. The root of all evil is not being able to be accountable. Using manipulation, which is magic, to not only blindfold but blindside people. To make people look as though they have mental issues, that they're confused, that they're not able to be trusted. Making them seem like their words are not even tangible, not even don't hold no weight to be even looked into in a justice way. You use the gifts to bring love and to nurture. You use that to tear so many people's generations apart, to keep people attached and bind it to people's karma, to people's actions, to harm people and make them, force them to bear the weight because they weren't able to say no. You've cloaked so many people and then turned people against me. Against me. Play in my ancestors' field. Doing all these things spiritually. Playing with my spiritual gifts. But you've pissed your ancestors off. Not only mine, but you pissed your ancestors off. Because I set them free. No matter what. Because I respect life and death. All realms matter. All universes matter. Everything above and below and all around matter. You played too long. I am justice. I am karma. I'm going to make sure that justice is served. Because not only am I fighting on the physical realm, I'm fighting for the spiritual realms. I'm for it with the dead rising, people that were killed, sacrificed, because there was a lot of people that was actually, bodies was hid, poison, all types of people that were placed in setups because you wanted some money. When it was you all the time, it wasn't them. It was you. And then to sit back and celebrate with people their downfall. You can never see, you can never stand people's accomplishments. Are you that rotted? Or are you that rotted that you surround people, disrupted the laws of not only man, but the universe? You use what God had designed, God had created, and then you try to manipulate and justify everything in His name, in God, my mother's name. God is my mother, God is my father. My family is above, below, all around. But you chose to feel like you were in a predicament. You chose to feel like as long as you keep going, as long as you kept going and going, you could just suction people's energy. You could just, everything you touch, you could just make people feel. Anything you do, your craft was to destroy. Your craft was to make sure that no matter what you gave somebody, it was not of God. It was not of a heart, because all that's involved in this have no heart. None whatsoever. You use children in the system. You use people's children that weren't involved. You destroy people from breaking the cycle. And then you thought that you could destroy me because I am the missing link. I'm the missing child. See, all these stories that were told, lies, secrets, that were told to me. I know that I'm not a bad person. I know that I was locked up and in prison because of all those spells you used, all those things you were doing, all those doctors you had hired, all those therapists, all those people that was in the system that was placed under my care, that whose care I was placed under. They were doing it because you said it. They were part of it, wasn't they? Wasn't they part of it? I already know the answer. Because they can't even do their job. A lot of them flee. A lot of them, they wear guilty they're so guilty. I can feel their guilt. I know. I can feel they know they're doing something wrong because I read people. That's the thing. You don't even have to be in my presence. I can read you. I was put here for a reason. I am a psychic. I am somebody that can actually read the universes because I want all universes to have justice, to be able to get what they deserve, which is justice. Their blessings, the innocent ones to be able to be free, the chosen to be able to be blessed. 144,000 of us. All those people that use their gifts for nothing, remove them. Karma, purgatory. But those that use their gifts to work with God, to help people, to save, to make sure that people knew how special they were and how appreciated they were. They're going to get their blessings. I make sure of that. Because enough is enough. It really is. It's not funny. All these celebrating in the background, celebrating people's downfalls and pain. Because you're so selfish, you're so rotted that you couldn't even create a garden if you wanted to. Because everything you touch, even the ground you step on, even anything you touch would just it would cause just everything to just fall. So, like I said, I work for God, and I'm gonna continue speaking my truth, because enough is enough. There's been a lot of innocent people that has been manipulated, not even known that they were drinking and eating your manipulation. They was ingesting and digesting and filtering the manipulation that you were feeding. Guess what? Justice gonna be served. Judgment here. Your ancestors don't want nothing to do with you. Your ancestors coming for you. My ancestors are coming for you. The spiritual world, the realms, all the realms and portals are open, and they're coming for you. For you all involved. Because guess what? Judgment. I approve. Even if I gotta give my money, all my pinnacles to go towards it, I'm gonna make sure judgment is settled on everyone's behalf. So, like I said, God bless you.